What's up everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Retail Nightmares. Tonight on Retail Nightmares we take a look at Karens getting triggered. These are Karens who thought they were above the rest, so they create public freakouts and abuse innocent bystanders for no reason. Now we have a lot of triggered Karens to get through, so we've got to jump right into it. Okay, our first Karen today has a child in her car, and she has opened up the car and doored somebody. The people were in the car that she had doored, and they called out her daughter for dooring them. The daughter started crying about getting called out for that, and then Karen went and had a chat with them. Let's have a look.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Did she damage your car?
All I'm asking is that she could have apologized.
Just relax.
She's 10 years old.
Okay.
You made her cry.
I'm sorry. I made her cry?
Well, she hit our car.
I understand that she hit your car. She's 10 years old.
Did she tell you?
Yes, she's explaining to me right now, and I was about to turn around and come back and speak to you. And then you start yelling at a 10-year-old kid.
Well, you were walking away and you weren't looking back.
Well, do you understand that the wind was blowing and sometimes it happens? And I apologize. Is there damage to your car?
I don't think so.
We didn't look out and check yet.
She's 10 years old.
I'm pretty sure she just hit the mirror.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that when you were 10, you probably wouldn't have been, oh, I'm sorry. You don't need to be a
I'm pretty sure if I was 10, I would apologize if I hit someone.
Okay, so this next Karen had some serious road rage. Basically what had happened was she had some road rage, flagged somebody down and got out to confront them. As she was confronting him, she was going to be late to her doctor's appointment, so she made it perfectly clear that he is the reason that she's late. She was not held or obliged to stay in that location. She could have happily went to her doctor's appointment, but because she wanted to call the police on this gentleman, she had to stay and wait to give them a report. The thing is though, the gentleman did literally nothing wrong. There was no reason to get the police, she didn't need to call them, and she didn't need to miss a doctor's appointment to wait for them. The gentleman is so confused, and then Karen starts asking for his personal information such as his address. Obviously he's not obliged to give that to her, so let's see what happens.
I'm calling 911 and you flip me off. You want one too? Not a problem, my friend. Right back at you.
Hi.
Yeah.
That's your camera.
Yeah, that is my camera, and I'm calling 911 right now. And you're making miss my appointment, my doctor's appointment.
You're making yourself miss it.
Apologize. Either you
You're making yourself miss it.
No, you didn't have to do the verbal F you and call me a bitch, did you? Did you?
Hey, I'm pulling over where I live.
Did you? Then apologize and we let it go. Or you want to go and I press charges. Because look, I'm a disabled and I have problems. And I'm missing my appointment because of you. And you're paying for my fucking co-payment. I'm not kidding. You can video all you want. But you cut me off and you did. Whatever you did. Go ahead, have the camera. But look it, I'm missing my appointment. Mister. Alright, 911. This is enough. You're videoing me. And you want to put it on YouTube. And I'm like, I honked at him because he was too close to me. And then he flips me off and calls me a. So I pull over and I say, what was that? That was not necessary to cut me off. So he's filming me right now as I'm talking to the police officer. So I need a police officer right now because...
Okay, so these kids were riding their motorbikes through the neighborhood, and Karen wasn't very happy about this. Instead of talking to them or maybe talking to their mother and seeing if they could stop riding their motorbikes through the neighborhood, she decided to do a roadblock. She tried to block the road from the kids getting through, but that didn't really work. So instead she stood in the middle of the road armed with a stick. She waited until they came past her and she physically tried to grab them off their bike and use the stick on them. This was obviously illegal, and Karen has no right to do this. I'm not sure on the laws here if it's legal for them to be on their bikes, but they are in the correct equipment as well. So I think it would have been more effective to call the police if what they're doing was illegal. Let's have a look.
Yo, you bugging! Crazy! You hit me in the head!
Okay, so this gentleman was filling up his motorbike watching somebody else fill up their car, and he made a snark comment at this Karen who was filling up because she overfilled and spilt petrol over her car. The gentleman didn't need to make this snark comment, but the Karen's response was not called for, and it was probably one of the most offensive things you could do to him. Let's have a look.
And that's why you don't tap off.
Let's see.
Oh.
Millennials.
Oh.
Oh, you're big guy with your phone. You're a big man with your phone, aren't you? Huh? Scared to get out of your car?
Anything else you want to say, miss? Anything else you'd like to say, miss? I got one in the wild.
Okay, so this couple were in a restaurant and they were getting pretty intimate towards each other. Basically, Karen didn't like that and told them to leave immediately. The couple refused to leave because they are not obligated to leave, and this really triggered the Karen. She started abusing them immediately with some of the worst insults and offensive things you could say to somebody. She pretty much threw every insult in the book at this lady because she was being intimate towards her partner. Karen almost passes out at one point when her face turns so red from abusing them that she forgot to breathe. This went on for quite some time, and I'm so shocked that the employees didn't intervene, so let's have a look.
Excuse me?
Step the back.
Do not tell me.
Back.
Excuse
Step
me?
the back.
Excuse me? Why don't you step the back?
Can you call the cops?
Can you call the cops on him?
I'm getting all this on video. So we'll see who's harassing who later.
You're f***ing your girlfriend in a public restaurant acting like a cute. You need to leave. You told me to leave while I'm in my order while you're making out with that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're such an airhead. You're so dumb. You're harassing me. You and that.
Well, you are harboring a lot of and you're just letting it all out.
You
So
know
go ahead.
what?
Go ahead. This is cathartic
I
for
don't
you.
want to watch you make out with that person while I'm trying to order
Good.
food.
There's the door right there. Go ahead.
I want a refund right now, and I'm reporting you to your manager.
He's already talking to his manager.
And I want to talk to the manager. So you talk to me.
I'll give you the tape.
Okay, so this Karen had some serious road rage this day where she decided to do a citizen's arrest and pull somebody over. The thing was that she pulled over the wrong person this day because he was looking for a confrontation. Karen went to abuse him, but he beat her to the punch. This Jamaican stopped her right in her tracks and beat her to every punchline, eventually making her so angry that in a fit of rage, she had no choice but to get back in her car and drive away. Let's have a look.
Move the car. You understand this? Move the car. Who are you gonna show? The president? Who are you gonna show? Who are you gonna show?
You got an ugly lip. Your lip ugly, your lip spoiled. Suck your mother. Ugly. Go move that piece of You're gonna wait.
And you're recording me, you piece of black. You
suck your mama. Big girl. Suck your mama. Oh, black. A big girl. Look at your lip. I'm a slave. I'm a slave. You're a what? You're a piece of suck your mother. You ever see this blood clot and this little ugly looking piece of your lip? See a big girl. You do surgery, your lip spoil. Bumbuck, I go suck your mother. You're sick. You know what? All right. You're up on coke, big girl. You're on coke. You're on coke. We're better than you.
Okay, so this lady was at a Subway on her laptop when she had this completely crazy Karen come up to her and call her out for hacking her. This Karen claimed that the lady sitting down minding her own business on her laptop was currently hacking her and up to no good. Apparently that justifies Karen abusing this innocent girl who was just minding her own business, and then Karen completely snaps at her. It doesn't end there though, because things got so heated between her and Karen that the security guard had to get involved. Let's have a look.
What did you say? I'm just sitting here on my phone. No. I didn't say a word to you.
You didn't have to.
She just came over to me out of nowhere and said I'm an idiot for being on my phone. I have it all on video. She literally came over to me. I was watching a YouTube video and she said, "What are you doing on your phone?"
I'm not behind on technology. You need to straighten your act out. Don't come in and try to hack the things. For one thing, you couldn't get my account, young lady.
Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have enjoyed today's video, please remember to subscribe and turn notifications on.